Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today's video I'm going to explain the basic CI/CD pipeline using Azure DevOps. So basically it was the last class summary, like whatever we have learned in the last class. So I am going to give a small recap so that I can revise those by using or watching these videos instead of the whole class. So let's go to screen. Okay, so first of all I'll be creating a GitHub repository. Okay, let me change the screen. SR, not SR, it will be Gigasonic. Okay, so first of all I'm going to create a GitHub repository. So I'll be going to my GitHub account. Okay, so I'll be creating a new repository. It's taking a little time. I will pause the video. So it's working or not? Okay, so here I will be clicking the new repository, and then I will be naming it like Azure CI/CD okay, Azure CI/CD basic. Okay, this will be the name of the repository. So then I will make it public, and then I will click the repository. Then it will give me the commands. So I'll be copying all these commands, and then I will be opening a text editor, or I will be opening my own created quick draft online Vercel.app. So here I'll be pasting. Then I will remove this echo command line, and then I will remove this. Instead of git add readme, I will be adding everything. So this is the command, and now I am going to open a project in my PC. Like I'm going to, in this folder I'm going to create a project, like it will be also Azure CI/CD basic, and I will be opening with Git VS Code. So I will write just code dot. So you can see this is the folder. So here I'm going to paste that command. I can paste one by one line, but I'm going to paste all together. So this is the git bash. Okay, first make it like ensure it's git bash, then I will be pasting all the commands. So you can see it will be okay. So there is some issues. So main issue is like there is no files in this folder, so I will be removing the git repository. For that I have to type like rm dash rf dot git. So it gonna remove the git repository from this folder. So let me check git remote dash v. So there is no git repository initiated. So now I'm going to create a file like touch sample.html. okay, so this is gonna be the file. Now I will be copying all the commands and pasting it together, so it will make the repository ready. Just pasting all this code together. So you can see now if I check the git repository, so this is the git remote dash v. So you can see this is the repository, and now if I refresh this web page, you can see the repository is initiated. So this is the sample.html. So now like my setup is ready to connect with the Azure CI/CD. So for that I will go to my Azure organization. This is my Azure organization, you can see. So first of all you have to create a Azure account, and then you have to fill a form before, if you want to implement the CI/CD feature. Like this is the form that was provided from our course. So this is the form. You have to put your name, you have to give your email address, then you have to give the organization name. In my case the organization is the organization is the organization is Asif Ibadat. Okay, so this is the organization name. Okay, then what type of organization it is, private or public? You have to mention that. Okay, so then it will take around 1 or 2 days, then you will get a mail like this. Let me show you that mail also, so that you can understand, like Azure DevOps, not this. Okay, so you can see you will get these kinds of mail. It's taking a little time, I have to wait. So this is the confirmation mail, like the organization is ready. So after that you have to go to the organization, like I am in the organization, then you can create a new project, or I have already created a project with the same name of the organization. It doesn't matter, whatever you want you can name it. Then here you have to do is like you have to go to pipeline. Okay, so you can see there is a pipeline already here. So I'm gonna create a new pipeline. Okay, then I'm going to click the GitHub. Okay, then it will ask some information, like I have to select the repository. So you can see this is the repository, so I'm going to select this. So it will ask the password from me, so I'm going to give the password. Okay, okay, so only select repository. So you can see it will ask for the confirmation. So previously I gave permission for this repository Flossy. Now I am going to give this repository. So approve and install. Okay, if I click this, it will redirect us to the organization again. Okay, it's asking me for two-factor authentication. Then I have to wait until this is done. So taking you to Azure DevOps organization. So basically when you fill this form and got the email confirmation, then you can do these steps, because otherwise you don't have any DevOps organization. So start a pipeline. Okay, so here you can see there is a script. Okay, so if I wish, I can keep this. Okay, first let's click save and run, then again save and run. So you can see there is a processing working. I have to wait for it. Okay, then you can see the stages. Okay, so first of all let me show you let me go back to the pipelines. So this is the new pipeline, it's still under process. Okay, so here if we click on edit, you can see the code. What is the code? Let me explain it for you. Like the trigger is the main, like when we will push any code to the main branch, what it will do, it will pull a virtual machine image of Ubuntu with the latest version. Then the steps will be working, like the first step name is run a one-line script. So what is the script? The script is echo hello world. So first it will execute this script, then it will execute this script, and the name of this stage is the run a multi-line script. Okay, so you can modify this file, and you can put like whatever the steps you want. Okay, so let me go to my repository, and if I go here, you can see that there is a changes. Like in my repository I added this file. Previously there was no Azure pipelines.yaml file here, but now in my repository from Azure DevOps I added this file. So now I'm going to pull. So you can see there will be another file. So let me click. So now you can see there is another file. So okay, so what we are going to do is, like, we are going to edit this file. Okay, we're going to edit this file so that um, our output becomes like this. Let me show you. There was a task. Okay. So let me show you the steps. Okay, stages. So here you can see the stage. This is the stage. If I click on it, this is the stage. Okay, so this is the jobs. This is the jobs. This is the basically it's based on the script of the Azure pipelines file. Okay, so if we edit this file, like let me have a copy. So you can see I copied a file. So this is the steps, like when we code on the push the code on main branch, it will pull Ubuntu virtual machine. Then there will be the first stage, which is build, and the job is like build job, and the step is like to run a script, and the steps name is first job. Okay, so let me make the name more identifying, like the stage is build. Okay, so it's build stage. Okay, I'm going to make it build stage. So the build job. Okay, and the state, I'm going to name it like first state. Okay, first state. So now I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here. Okay, I'm going to change our default Azure pipelines.yaml, and I'm going to delete this. I don't need that. So now what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to add it. Okay, let git add dot. Okay, git add git commit. Let me put a message Azure YAML changed. Okay, now let me show you first the pipeline. So you can see this is the pipeline. Okay, so when I'm going to push in the main branch, so you can see this is the main branch, you will see another row. Okay, let me show you. Like now I'm going to write git push. Okay, I'm just typing git push. So you can see there is, you will see, let me refresh this page, you will see another line. Like you can see this is the current steps that is going to perform. So you can see the name is changed, build stage, build job. So if I click on this, you can see so you can see this is being executed. Okay, so this is the timing and other information, whatever we want. So building, let it build. So basically this is how the system is working. Like if I do any changes in my code base, then if I push the code to main branch, then it will trigger this pipeline. Okay, it will trigger this pipeline, and then you can see the steps. We can add multiple steps. We can add here multiple steps, multiple jobs, multiple stages. Okay, so that will do also, because in the last class there were tasks. So let me show that task. So this is the task. Like you can see there is a graph here, right? Okay, so you can see there is a graph here. Okay, this is the graph. So they wanted to make the graph like this. Like there will be multiple stages, and there will be dependency. Like these three stages will be dependent on this. Like that means, like, until this stage is completed, this will not execute it. So there will be some dependency. So I will be implementing that. So let me modify this Azure.pipelines YAML file. So now I'm going to remove these codes, and I'm going to paste this code. So basically what's being here, like, it's the triggering. We are mentioning that main branch is the trigger branch. Like whenever any code is pushed to main branch, it will then execute. Then we are defining a image. It's Ubuntu latest as usual. Then the steps, like you can see the image. If you see the image, let me show you. Okay, so the first name stage is the starting point. Okay, so we are defining this starting point. So the what's the job? The job, you can see, it's I'm giving a random name. You can do any name, like, okay, so this is the steps, and what it will execute a line. Ignore the languages. So basically this stage will execute this line. Okay, whatever you write here, it will be executed. Then the next three steps, like stage component A, stage component, let me show you, B, C, all will be depending on this starting point. Like after this stage is executed, then this will start. Okay, so you can see this is the stage component A. The display name is also stage component A, but it depends on starting point, like this. Okay, all the three will be depending on this starting point. Okay, so there will be the same style, like jobs. Then you can see that you put the steps and the executing script. Okay, so these three stage A, B, C will be depending on a starting point. So then you can see this product artifacts. So these steps depends on three stages. Like you can see, these steps cannot be executed until these three steps is properly executed. So we have to make this stage dependent on these three steps. So for that we mentioned this, like this is an array. If you have learned about YAML, this is an array. So I am mentioning here these three stages, then the same script, and finally you will see two more stages. Both will be depending on this product artifact stage. For that we are mentioning this, like deploy application, and depending on produce artifacts, then the same jobs and scripts, and then finally this. Okay, so this is gonna show us these types of graph were here. Okay, so first of all I'm going to add this. So I'm going to add using graphical user interface. Then I'm going to giving a commit message, then I will be committing. Okay, so let me now go back to here, pipeline. So this is the pipeline. Okay, so now I'm going to push the code. When I will be pushing the code, you will see, okay, code is pushed. So now if I refresh this page, you will see another line. Okay, so this is the line. You can see there is a lot of steps and lots of graphs here. So you can see this is exactly the same. Okay, there is some mistake. So I had to make these two stages little bit different, but this is the main concept. Like you can like make a stage depends on another stage. Okay, so you can see what is happening here. I'm going to collapse this. Okay, so you can see what is happening here. This is being under execution. After that they will execute. Now this is done. Maybe now this will be done, then this, then the next one. Okay, let us give some time. I'm going to pause the video so that the video doesn't become so long. So finally all the steps is executed properly, except the final steps. It's like there is some issues, I have to check it, but the concept is like this is how you can set up a basic CI/CD pipeline by using Azure DevOps. I hope this video will help all the learners who is learning the DevOps using Azure, basically the CI/CD. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.